I can't breathe. This can't be happening again. What did they say to do? When you start panicking, ground yourself. Alli, ground yourself. This can't keep happening. I can't keep feeling like this. I don't want to do this. I can't even breathe. Alli, breathe. It was this moment that changed my entire life. A teacher and mentor got down on the ground with me, and she looked me in the eyes and she said, "You can do this. You can get up and you can get past this." That was not my first panic attack, and it was far from my last, but that one was different, because in that moment, I was ready to give it all up. But I heard 4 words: "You can do this," and it changed the entire trajectory of my life. I am not that girl anymore. Now I am a confident and capable 22-year-old small business owner building communities and events that truly make a difference. When I'm out in the community and interacting with people, I run into the inevitable Gen Z slander, and you know what I'm talking about. Gen Z is so lazy. They're so dramatic. They're the reason this country is going downhill. And if you don't know, Generation Z is individuals who were born from 1997 to 2012, which makes us ages 13 to 28 today. My favorite question is, what's wrong with your generation? Well, if you get asked that enough times, I promise you start to actually think about it. Because there is something wrong. Substance abuse rates are the highest they've been in decades. Overdose rates are increasing steadily. Gen Z is in a mental health crisis. The majority of Gen Z is suffering from some mental disorder, whether it's anxiety, depression, or more. And when I thought about, well, what could it be? I came down to 4 main reasons. Number 1, we don't believe in ourselves. How could we? Every morning we wake up, we roll over, we pull out our phones, and we start scrolling. And we compare ourselves to the entire world. They say that comparison is the thief of joy, and I could not believe that's more true. Because scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, there's always someone prettier. There's always someone smarter, someone getting the job you didn't get, someone on the vacation that you can't afford with the family you will never have. And if you always feel like you're coming in last place, you start to give up. And the funny part of it all is that's not even real. Every photo, every video, it's photoshopped. There's a beauty filter. It's only the highlight reel of their life. They're not actually showing the struggle, the blood, sweat, and tears it took to get there. So not only are we comparing ourselves to the entire world, but we're comparing ourselves to an absolutely unattainable feat that the person who posted it didn't even achieve. And if you're always coming in second place, and you're never quite enough, and you're never gonna get there, then why try? Why waste your time and energy chasing after something that you will never reach? So we don't, and we're labeled the lazy generation. Number 2, we have 0 clue what we're feeling. We really should be called the instant gratification generation. Because the moment that negative feeling in your chest, that pit in your stomach arises, we go right back to the phone and we start scrolling and scrolling TikTok, Instagram, or my personal favorite, a Netflix binge. And every comment and like and repost and share, or when the love interests finally get together in your favorite show, everything else disappears. Those mean girls, they didn't bully you to tears. That girl that dumped you, she doesn't exist. Your parents who nonstop fighting and are getting divorced in the next room don't exist. And if we're always slapping that instant gratification Band-Aid over every wound over and over again, and we leave it on there for so long, we have no idea how deep that wound even is. Number 3, even if we did know what we were feeling, we couldn't communicate it. Did you know that scholars believe that there are 27 distinctly different human emotions? I don't know about you, but most adults that I know can't name 15. So why are we expecting 13-year-olds to? And this is where you start to get those teenage temper tantrums. You know what I'm talking about? When you get home and you can tell that there's something a little off, and you finally work up the courage to ask your teenager, "Hey, sweetie, what's wrong?" And you get the, "I'm fine, Mom!" And they stomp away and slam the door. And you're left there wondering, what the heck just happened? It's because trying to explain to you what we're feeling is just as frustrating as the feeling. We have locked ourselves in this cage so much that we have coined slang terms for this. This instant numbing, this lack of communication. Have you ever heard of doom scrolling? How about bed rotting? It's pretty simple, and it's exactly what it sounds like. We get on our favorite sweatshirt, we cozy up under the covers, maybe grab a snack or that 19th water bottle that's all important to sit on our bedside table. And we scroll and scroll and scroll, and we rot away and waste our day. And we know it's not good. That's why we named them with bad adjectives. But we do it anyway. And we never sit in the emotion, and we never learn to communicate it. Then we throw the tantrum, film it, and put it on the internet for the entire world to see. So we're labeled the dramatic generation. Number 4, our life just looks different. Generation Z is facing unprecedented problems. No generation before has ever had to grow up and spend their formidable and impressionable years with a mini computer basically growing out of their hand. No generation before has had to compare themselves to the entire world every single day, not just the kids you go to school with, or not just the Joneses down the street, but every millionaire, every model, every successful business owner and athlete. And on top of that, social norms and family units just look different. Most kids my age have divorced parents, and even if they do have 2 loving and happy parents, they're probably working 2 or 3 jobs. And if you have a single parent, they're definitely working 2 or 3 jobs. The first one to pay for childcare so that they can go to work, and the second one so that they can pay the bills. We're missing out on these all-important dinner table conversations where kids and humans used to be built. Those critical thinking and problem-solving skills aren't happening anymore because the family units aren't there to sit at the table and talk. And if you always feel like you're never enough and your voice isn't enough and you have no idea what you're feeling and you couldn't even communicate it if you wanted to, you spiral and spiral and spiral until you're back down there on the bathroom floor screaming and crying and begging for help, ready to throw in the towel on your life. But it doesn't have to be that way. They say that it takes a village to raise a child, and I believe that's true. Raise your hand if you have a child, a grandchild, a niece, a nephew, a super cute little 5-year-old next door neighbor. We are all that village, every single one of us in here who interact with a child at any point in their life. It is our job as adults and leaders to take charge of raising the next generation. It is not the child's job to tell you how to parent or that you need to parent. It is not the child's job to be begging for help so loud that someone will hear it. If we want leaders that we can trust to take care of us, that we can trust to make laws and doctors to take care of our health, when we're old and gray, we have to start that change today, because those cute little 5-year-old neighbors, that's the next president of the United States. Your niece and nephew, that's the next transplant surgeon who is saving thousands of lives. And we are raising them today. So tomorrow, when you wake up and you inevitably interact with that child, empower them. Say, yes, you can do this. Equip them with the essential skills that they need to thrive and achieve their goals. Give them the communication skills. Give them the coping tools. And repeat that process until we can't fail. But most importantly, say something, because you never know if you're the right person for a breakthrough. I promise you can do this.